Pleasure in the squirrel's misery and revenge, because they really are just tearing his house to pieces.
Right.
And they are amazing.
This would be the next thing.
Yeah.
These stairs.
Yeah.
They just need sanding, navel jelly,
Yeah.
and painted.
Gosh, that one has got a bad bunch of spots.
Yeah.
All right. And I am going to make the assumption that you want pretty sanded rail, step, under, over, pole, all the way up top to bottom.
Rail, you can take a look at it. I don't know how much sanding it would need.
Sure.
But definitely, anywhere there's rust, I would definitely want sanded. And that primarily seems to be the underneath.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud, but I might start with an aggressive pressure wash just to get, you know,
and maybe pressure wash and navel jelly could clean. You know, maybe that would do it. I don't know.
Let's get a couple of heads together, because here again we're chemicals and this is metal, and we've got engineers that study nothing but this. It's how to preserve metals, and let's make wise choices for long-term repairs.
So out here is the main thing that water has done.
Let me see that guy. Oh baby.
Well, what's happened is the grout has washed down, and it's almost like stalactites.
Yeah.
They're forming down here.
Yeah.
It washes. That is kind of like a hardy plank or something. So I've gotten up there.
Yeah.
It's taking the paint off, but it's not rotting anything inside.
Yeah, it doesn't look good on your house, and not to mention the degradation of all of that. Wood is that color, and that's coming out golden.
Yeah.
So,
so I would need that cleaned off, and then what I want to go back on there.
Yeah.
And I would rely on you guys to tell me.
Sure.
I think putting the awning up is going to help significantly with the water. Okay, but you could still get some blow in.
Yeah, sure.
What I'd like to have up here is a 45-degree angle of flashing attached right across here. I don't think I need a gutter, because a gutter is just going to become a collection point.
Agreed.
But like a 45-degree angle, maybe on that second board up. Yeah. Just to catch the water and throw it out here.
No question.
And then obviously
Have you thought about a different decking surface? I mean, I hate to say that because it's so pretty. That tile is gorgeous, but
well, I mean, long term that may be a solution. I'd like to try something like this that's a little less.
Well, you got a little corner piece coming off, a little piece of trim here.
Yeah, that is probably wood, and that'll probably need to be replaced.
But you know, that hardy it's got it's that pressed wood grain finish that's so pretty, or it might be plastics of some kind.
And you can see these 2x8s or 2x10s, I don't know what, but you can see they're dripping. I mean, they're just drenched.
Yeah.
They've still got water dripping in them, and it hasn't rained in 3 days.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's one heck of a girder on these piers.
Yeah.
That's interesting how they built that. But that's got to be cantilevered back all the way. At least double that length out, which is 5 feet.
I mean, this bottom, the pressure treated, I'd like to just clean it up.
Sure.
And stain it, you know. And,
sure. Okay.
But, you know, I don't know if we need to open something up to get some of this moisture out of there or what. But I don't know.
I don't know that we could have a span more than what we've had of dry weather. Then it's been at least a week or two. Let's study it. I mean, I'm shooting a little video here, and I get 2 or 3 heads together. My brother-in-law's P.E. Civil, and you know, he knows 2 engineers who know 2 engineers, and I've got a bunch of 20-year veteran handymans, and I've got 10 years in it since I quit teaching too. I've never seen anything like this. But that's like a deposit right there on that.
Oh yeah, it's the grout washing down. It's just, I mean, I pressure washed this last week and got most of it off. It was piles of it down here.
But you can still see the accumulation because of there.
Yeah, here's some over here.
And it's extremely hard.
Yeah.
And it's just like that limestone that we see in Luray Caverns and Mammoth Caves.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So those are kind of the areas that I need you guys to take a look at.
And we will.
Okay.
We will. We'll do that. So,